Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're just going to be reviewing the Watch Me Think video and going over the things that I did right and did wrong, and hopefully you learned something from it. So this engagement is the second sortie from the Watch Me Think video. So the engagement starts with me firing the ER a little under maximum range as usual. He returns fire with his AMRAM, which makes sense. You don't want to not return fire and be put on the defensive, so that's an equal exchange at this point. Um, I wasn't too sure about the AMRAM speed in this particular engagement, so I drag it out. And then I kind of get a little paranoid about it, so I turn away just to kill off the last bit of energy on it and just circle back. If you're not too confident with something, don't risk it. Just take the extra step to make sure that you get out of the way. And he goes cold for an extended period of time here. I could have capitalized on that maybe if I wouldn't have turned all the way around, but it's better to be safe than sorry. And we both recommit here. Let's see. My ER does hit the hill. At that point in time, I did not know that that happened, and I start cranking afterwards. And then we go ahead and head in again, and I fire my third shot. So now after this recommit, he fires two AMRAMs at me. The range is a lot closer than before. I don't want to do or take any kind of risk to avoid them by turning into them, so I simply just drag them out. Just take a jab at the energy of the missiles, and then I keep dragging them, pitch up just a little bit, not too much. It's not really necessary because the range is a lot farther than in my previous video, so now I can kind of just take my time and drag them out, no necessary pitching upward or anything like that. I thought I recommitted on the Hornet, but I was actually recommitting on a Mirage. Did not know that at the time. Worked my radar, like I said in the video, and I saw him, which I thought was a new bandit, but it was him at a closer distance. So I get off my ET. This is what the R77 would be used for. This is my barrier. This is something that I'm putting out. It doesn't really give them the warning that I'm coming at you, but it still has the same effect. So it gives me the ability to immediately be on the defensive just in case AMRAM is set my way, and I can get out a lot sooner. He puts out two AIM-9s. Those would have worked had I just turned straight back in, but I never recommit straight on a target because you have to account for Fox 2s. So whenever you recommit, always recommit at an offset angle. As you can see, they would have nailed me if I would have just carelessly went straight back in. I never do that. And here's the Mirage. We know how that went. Found him, knocked him out, and that's the end of that engagement. Okay, and this is the third and final engagement with the Hornet towards the end of the last video. So I start off with my ER like I normally do. I think this is maybe mid under max range, and he returns fire. So I guess this is a teaching moment. So I crank to the left. I know a missile's coming. You have to assume it's already out. And what I do is I crank left, turn into the bandit, fire, while I am whittling away at the AMRAAM's energy. So I'm creating opportunities to return fire while also defending against the missile. I guess you can call this like an S or a snake. But that is how you want to attack head on. You crank, turn in, fire, crank, turn in, fire. So what you're doing is you're killing the missile's energy while also creating shots for yourself, almost like boxing, I could say. So basically we are recommitting again. He never came back on the offensive, and because of that he is knocked out. I kept constant pressure on him and he lost that engagement.